Welcome to Family RC, and in this video we're going to show you how to do the quick release body mod for your Arrma Infraction, Felony, or any other Arrma vehicle that utilizes the same mounting setup. And we're going to show you some tips and tricks to make things a little more efficient, and I want to show you some benefits that you may not know. So without any further ado, let's get into it. And here's a quick little overview of the things that you're going to need to complete this mod. Obviously, you're going to need a quick release set. There'll be links down below so you can go and check those out. And then we're going to have a Allen or Hex 2.0, and then obviously a way to ream the holes into the shell bigger to fit the quick releases. And then once everything's all sorted and figured out, you can go back and Loctite it. All right, let's get to it. So we're going to go ahead and grab these. You'll notice that then there's the nut and then it's the washer. Go ahead and put these together. All right, and then you'll notice that once you got this level, that the shell rests on this and then this rests on the shell. So with the washer side down, you want to get it to where there's a tiny gap between the post and the button, right? And then once you have it all figured out, you're going to grab another one and you're going to go ahead and get it to be the right height, because you're going to be taking the post out, and once you do, you're not going to have a reference for the height. And then obviously this is going to replace the old post right here. And then once we're done, we'll move on to the front. All right, so we'll go ahead and take our hex, and so we're going ahead and remove this old post by removing this screw. And then we're going to put the post we just made the adjustment for in its place, right? So once we get it on there, we'll go ahead and grab the washer, and then we'll grab the nut and sandwich it together like that. And then we'll go ahead and move to the front and do the same. And for the sake of time, we'll just show you this rear and then the front here on the right side. And then we'll move on to the shell, because we know you get the idea. Anyway, a couple of the benefits I wanted to mention was, not only is this install pretty quick and easy, it replaces the posts, which do tend to break on gnarly crashes, and the clips and the lanyards, which for me, I've ripped and lost both. And that's kind of nice, because for the price that it costs to replace those over time, you will no longer have to replace them again. And in addition to that, once you break the shell, you can put it on the next shell, and who knows how many more after that. So it just seems like a smart, cost-effective choice. So right now we're moving this front one, and it's the same process. And you know, you slide it on. We already adjusted for the height. You throw the washer on, throw on the nut, and then it just fits so easily. Honestly, this is such a simple mod, and it's so worth it, because all the time you save when you go to, work on your vehicle, put the batteries in, take the batteries out, clean the vehicle, like it makes life so much easier. I first thought I was going to use this, but I realized that this is just made for the 110 shells, and it wouldn't really be worth it. So I'm moving on to the drill. All right, go ahead and see how much further we gotta go. We'll go ahead and take this off. This actually has teeth to grip the bottom of the shell. So we're gonna check it. So I still got a little bit more to go. But the good news is there's a bit of a lip right here. So if I happen to make the hole too big, it'll hide it under here. But it'll also mess up the alignment and make things a little more challenging, and we don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep reaming it out just a little bit at a time. After I gauge how much more I need to go, I'm going to ream it out a little bit more at a time and keep testing it until we get a real snug fit. It helps with alignment and it helps with the integrity of the shell. I'm using a small impact and a 1/2 inch bit. Oh, so close. I can almost thread it in there. You can see that. So I'm just going to ream it out a little bit more. Just a little bit here. These shells are really durable. Made of some pretty thick material, more thick than Traxxas shells, that's for sure. Now, oh, we got a snug fit. Yes, that's what we're looking for. So that's good. Yes. Of course, I also want to mention that you take this with the teeth side up and you fasten that in there. And again, you'll probably go back and Loctite it later, but for fitting purposes, this should do. All right. All right. It's time for the moment of truth, huh? Let's see, how do you line this up? Perfect. Wow. Yeah, it definitely makes life a lot easier. Guess I can be removing these lanyards now. Wow. Let's take a closer look, shall we?